Who's there? Dreamosaurus? What's up, man? What's up, brother? How you doing? Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm most definitely here. Everyone here, everyone coming. Elite. Pick's not good. Yeah, man. Last night I thought I was having a fucking heart attack. That's what it felt like, man. It shook my whole body to its core. And I felt shock waves that sent all throughout my body from the tip of my toes all the way up to my head. And dizzy and just ready to pass out. No. So I went to the emergency room and they did all the heart tests on me. EKG, chest x-ray. But they said it wasn't my heart. My heart looked good from what they seen. And they basically sent me packing. But I think I figured out what I have. And I think I figured out what it was. And it could be possibly life-threatening. Because these things can be life-threatening. Not always, but, in certain circumstances. They are, depending how bad the situation is. I was feeling very nauseous today. I was getting the chest pains again this morning. I was feeling very nauseous when I was at work all of a sudden. And I threw up in the airport, Buffalo Airport. We had a pickup today. And I was at the airport and I threw up in their parking lot. I had to open the vehicle door and throw up in the parking lot. But when I threw up, I seen not only blood in my vomit, but what looked like coffee grounds. Like coffee grounds, like that dark, just nasty looking gook, like chewing tobacco spit out, basically, like coffee grounds. And I'm like, well, that's weird because I haven't had any coffee, nor do I chew fucking coffee grounds, so why does my fucking throat look like there's coffee grounds in it? And so I Googled it, and as soon as I Googled it, everything that popped up was bleeding ulcer, bleeding ulcer, bleeding ulcer, bleeding ulcer, bleeding ulcer, bleeding ulcer. Yeah, I still have the gallbladder. I had that checked not that long ago, like 6 months ago. I had that checked. And they said it was fine. He was mentioning, it wasn't the heart. He was mentioning liver and liver and lung. But then he said he looked at the lungs and he didn't see any problem with the lungs. So I don't know. It's not directly in my chest. It's like right underneath, like right here. And when it hits me, it just feels like someone's grabbing my insides, one of my organs, and twisting it like a mop, just wringing it out like a wet dish rag or something. And I feel this burning sensation as it's doing that. It's hard to breathe because I feel all this pressure, and it becomes hard to breathe. Then I feel all this, hot. It just feels hot. Like, someone's running hot water on my stomach. Or not my stomach, like my lower chest area. That's what it feels like. And then I get this shock wave that not only goes upwards, but goes downwards all the way to my toes. And my whole body feels it for a second. Like, literally, I was shaking so bad yesterday. I thought I was done for. Like, literally thought I was done for. I never had felt anything like that in my life. But they said it wasn't my heart. They didn't check any other, things besides the lungs, supposedly. But they were interested in a lot of other stuff last night. And I'm going to say it flat out right here, right now. Our governor is a lying piece of trash. Our governor is a lying piece of trash. All the health officials and everything here in Erie County, they're all pieces of trash. Like, real talk. they're scum. They're just pure scum. And I don't know if it's because, you know, they're getting ordered not to say anything about it. But the fact of the matter is, coronavirus is here, and I seen it firsthand last night. I witnessed it last night. As soon as I walked into the hospital, as soon as I walked in, I go up to the front desk, holding my chest. The lady looks at me. Before I could say anything, she says to me, "Are you experiencing any shortness of breath, any cough, any fever? Have you traveled outside of the country in the last so many days?" I'm like, no, 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 and no. I'm having chest pains. So, you know, they get me right in the back. They bring me right into the back. Right into the back. Because, you know, they don't fuck around in case it's a heart attack or something. So they wheel me right into the damn back. And, you know, they start hooking me up to the EKG and all this other shit. Putting all these things on me. They took like 11 tubes of blood from me, like literally. They took so much blood from me, it wasn't even funny. And I'm like, why are you taking so much blood from me? Like, I don't get it. You know, it wasn't good the first 5 tubes. You had to come back for another 5 and then come back for another 1 after that. Like, seriously? I really think I was tested for coronavirus last night. I think they're testing everybody, regardless of what you have. I think the government has given them strict orders. Anybody who comes in the hospital for any injury, you automatically test them for coronavirus. You don't play any games. You know, I didn't ask them to take all that blood for chest pains. I've experienced chest pains before and been in the hospital. None like yesterday. And, oh, fuck. Yeah, I experienced chest pains before, but none like the ones last night. But anyways, they got me all hooked up on the machines and everything, and I looked down at me, and one of these things here that they had on me, this blue thing, this sticky thing, says COVID-in, but it's COVID, like COVID-19. It says COVID right on the thing, and they had like 8 of these on me. Okay? And the nurse comes in, and I say to her, "What are these for?" And she starts giving me this crazy fucking weird answer that I didn't even understand. And I say to her, "Well, you'd think they could have at least thought of a better name for this thing." And she goes, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, it says, you know, COVID on there." She's like, "COVID?" She's like, "What does that stand for?" She was like playing all stupid. "What does that stand for? What does that mean?" I said, "COVID-19, coronavirus." She goes, oh, I don't even think about that stuff. That stuff's all a sham or something like that."
Jesus.
What?
I got fucking clothes in my hand, cups in my hands.
How the hell do I know?
The dog hurt me.
So she's minimizing the whole situation about the coronavirus. And you could tell that she is being told to do that. Like, pretend like you don't know what's going on, sort of thing. It only got weirder from there. So I'm sitting in there, and all of a sudden I see these 2 nurses and a doctor walk past my room and go across the hall to the room right across the hall from me. Thank you. They go in the room right across the hall from me. So now, you know, I'm in and out of it, you know, falling asleep.
Don't you even think about it.
All of a sudden I hear, you know, and I'm like, oh, great. Here we fucking go, right? Just my luck.
Look at this motherfucker.
I see 2 nurses and a doctor. It looks good. I see 2 nurses and a doctor walk in this room across from me. I hear a person, whoever's in the room, speaking in Chinese. I hear them tell the patient, the Chinese person, well, we don't know exactly what it is. It could be a stomach virus, they're telling her, but we won't know until we get the results back. That's what they're telling this Chinese lady. And then you hear, there must have been somebody translating, because they said, we don't know what you have. It could be a stomach virus, they said, some kind of stomach virus. And they said, but we won't know until we get the official reports back, or the lab reports back. They said to whoever they were saying it to. And then you hear the Chinese person say it, probably say what they said, interpret it to the other Chinese person, because there was two Chinese people talking right after they said that. Then the doctor walks out, and as he's walking past my room, and he's a room down, I see him, take down his mask, and he keeps going. Then all of a sudden the nurses go to the nurses station, right? And I hear over the loudspeaker, all staff in the ER, all nurses and whatever staff in the ER, please report to the nursing station. So all of a sudden, I'm seeing all these nurses and orderlies, whatever, walking past my room, because the nursing station was right next to my room. Right next to my room. And more and more coming. There was a shit ton of employees there last night. And they had coronavirus signs all over the place. They asked me in the waiting room if I was experiencing coronavirus symptoms. They took all that blood from me. Well, I hear the one nurse say, as soon as everybody gets there, I hear her say, okay, guys, this is what we trained for all week. You guys are ready. You guys know what to do. I want to see masks on everybody. Make sure from here on out, everybody has a mask on. Everybody's wearing gloves. And then from that point after that, the entire hospital in the ER, all staff and patients had on masks. When I first got there was no masks on anybody. And then after they went in the Chinese person's room and came back out, went to the nursing station, had a meeting. They said, okay, guys, this is what we've been training for. Now, I want to see masks on everybody. I want to see everybody taking the proper precautions. That's what she's telling all the fucking nurses. So then all of a sudden, all the nurses are coming back. You see them all walking past. They all got their fucking masks on and gloves on. Every single fucking one of them. Even the patients, they're walking past my room, going to other rooms, have masks on. I was the only one in that hospital that was not wearing a fucking mask. Nor did they ever once ask me if I wanted a mask. They never once even asked me if I wanted one. But everyone had one on. So I'm shitting bricks in there. I'm thinking the Chinese people across from me, they didn't say, they were waiting for results, but obviously the person thought they had the virus, because they officially masked right up after that, and it was over with. From there, everyone had masks on. And then as I'm leaving, and even the doctor, every nurse that came in my room and every doctor that came in my room, even though I've told them 16 times already I was in there for chest pains, the 16 different people, every new person that comes in the room, and even some of the nurses asked me twice whether or not I was experiencing any shortness of breath, coughing, since being there. They're just, trying to, they're fishing, basically. And I'm like, no, and no. So they're all trying, every time someone comes in, they're asking me if I'm experiencing shortness of breath. And I said yes to the shortness of breath, because I was. Whatever this thing caused me, gave me shortness of breath. It was hard for me to breathe, and I told them that. And, they thought right away, the lungs, they thought that. They started taking all kinds of blood from me. I know for a fact I was tested for coronavirus last night. And I wasn't there for coronavirus symptoms. I was there for experiencing chest pains. But they definitely tested me last night somehow. They stuck me with all kinds of shit. I don't know what they had me stuck with. They had IVs in all my fucking arms. Just crazy shit. I was hooked up to all these different devices. They were taking my fucking temperature every 15 fucking minutes, and I don't know if I had a fever or not. They didn't tell me what it was. I don't think I did. I don't feel warm, but I know I was tested, and I think they're testing everybody that walks in the hospital, and I think the people across from me, there's a good possibility they had the virus because they made everyone mask up after that point. And as I'm walking out, I walk into the lobby, and the lobby's literally, I'm not kidding you guys. Here's the fucked up part. The lobby's literally like a zombie fucking war zone. When I had went in the back, there was only maybe 4 people in the entire emergency room. When I came out, the entire emergency room was full of fucking people. All wearing masks, all looking sick as fuck. I mean, every single one of them had a mask on, and every single one of them was coughing and looking like they were fucked up. Like, they just looked sick. Every single person in the emergency room. And right by the door, there's these 2 women, and they're dressed up in their native land garbs or whatever. And it's one of the Arabic countries. So I start Googling, countries of the Arabic women from different countries, what some of their outfits would look like. And these ladies were most definitely from Iran or Iranian. And we know for a fact Iran is having one of the biggest outbreaks out of all the countries. And these women, 2 women that were there with no men, looked Iranian to me. And when I Googled it, the clothes seemed to match what they had on. Not color for color, but... And they had masks on. And they were coughing. And they both had their heads slumped, looking sick. I believe we have a serious fucking outbreak here. Now, the governor said again today, we still have 0 confirmed cases in Erie County. That's my county. 0 confirmed cases. Now, while he's saying this on TV, across the bottom, it's panning the emergency, shit, like when we get storms and shit. And on the bottom, it says right in bold print, 116 people are currently in quarantine in Erie County. They have 116 people quarantined right now in Erie County, but they're claiming 0 people tested positive for the virus. How could that be possible? There's a giant cover-up going on here because I seen it with my own eyes last night, guys. I seen it with my own eyes. I heard them tell the Chinese lady they don't know. They think it's some sort of stomach virus. And then the Chinese translator translates. And then they go back to the nursing station. The lady gets on the PA, calls a meeting. They all go to the nursing station. And she tells them, okay, guys, this is what we've been preparing for all week. I want to see everybody with their masks on. Yep. Then the Iranians and the whole entire lobby of the ER, waiting to go in the back, all had masks on. And they all looked sick as a dog. And there was so much coughing going on in that place. It was unbelievable. There was literally so much coughing going on in that place. It was unbelievable. And it'll be a miracle if I didn't catch it. If I don't have it, I probably do now. All them people that were sitting there touching all those chairs and beds and everything else, yeah, I probably got it. I was the only one that offered a mask at all. Now, one time, did anybody say, sir, we'd like you to wear a mask, or sir, would you care for a mask? Not once. was I asked. But I seen every patient that walked past my room had a mask on. And every patient in the lobby also had a mask on. But they also looked sick as fuck. And were coughing their brains out. So, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. There's not zero coronavirus cases in Erie County. Right now, I would have to say there's definitely hundreds. But from the way the emergency room looked last night, I would say there's thousands. And they're not telling people because they don't want these people to be alarmed. They're waiting for them to come to the hospital. Once they get symptoms, then they deal with them. What's up, B? Where was that video taken? I don't know, Dream. That's the messed up thing. The person I got it from, the uploader I got it from, didn't have a location. And they didn't know the location because they had gotten it from somebody. But he did tell me he believed it was from 2020, so I don't know. B, good afternoon. What's up, Michael? Yeah, the hospital guys was coronavirus central. Kenmore Mercy, it was called. There's thousands of confirmed cases. There has to be. I know they were covering it up for the past couple weeks using the flu virus, influenza. Entire schools were closed and the entire school was sick. And then they claimed the whole school had influenza. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I ain't buying it. I know what I saw last night, and I know what I heard. I know what I saw, and I know what I heard. My wife was there, she'll tell you. Everybody had masks on, everybody was sick as fuck, coughing. All using in the South, be safe. What's up, Share Bear? You know, and it pissed me off today, because last night seeing that in the ER was, it was almost surreal, like it didn't exist. It was almost like a movie, or like a dream, like it never happened, but it did happen. Dream, I'm one of those people that, I don't let a virus scare me or make me do something like wear a mask. My thoughts are like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'll beat that shit. I ain't worried about it. I heard, from what I heard, certain people won't even get it because coronavirus has been around, traveling through humans for years, for many years, except the viruses weren't really killing anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just like having a minor case of the flu, basically, certain strands of this coronavirus. You could have had that before, not even knew about it, just thought you had the flu. And it's basically like giving yourself a vaccine for the coronavirus. I don't know, just a theory. Maybe, maybe not. When they wet you, when they compare this to the flu, that's what they're doing here. They're closing entire schools. Now, today, they had a bunch of schools on talking about, are the schools prepared for this epidemic, or for this whatever they call it, I forget, whatever, but are they prepared for it? So they started, they were going into the schools and showing what they were doing to prepare for this situation if it ever arises in their school or an outbreak or whatever. Everybody's running drills, but the real thing's happening. I agree, Share Bear. I agree. I told you what's got to be done. I told everybody the way to cure it. It's a foolproof cure. Guaranteed to get rid of the virus and make it so another person never catches it again. It's 100% foolproof. Guaranteed to work or your money back. If every single person on this planet finds a building or somewhere to go in and quarantine themselves for a month or whatever it is, if the entire world did that, the virus only could last so many days on surfaces or whatever have you. So by you isolating yourself, the virus out in the public is dying off on all these surfaces over time, and you're not spreading it to anybody. Therefore, you know what I'm saying? The virus, when the month is over, you can go out and walk around anywhere, and you're not going to pick up this virus because it already died. We got a huge cover-up going here with the head of the health services around here, or whatever that her name is, Gail Bernstein. Mayor Byron Brown. Governor. And I'll tell you what, I'm almost positive I was tested for that shit last night. questions they kept asking me, all the blood they took from me, all the different wires and different things they pricked me with and everything else. They tested me for it. Now, I could have it and not know. Because I left. I left before they discharged me. I just got up and walked out. They told me it wasn't my heart. And they didn't know what was causing it. So what was I going to do? Wait around for my paperwork discharge? I just left. If I had it, or it came back positive, I'm sure they would have called my number and said, oh, you got to come back in for a second. You forgot to fill out a piece of paperwork. My dumb ass to go up there. Fucking cops are there to greet me with their guns out. Get on the ground. Haul my ass off to quarantine. I'm back, bitches. I'm back. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I used to love that song back in the day. They used to play that Moonlight Bowling. When that song came on, I was fucking rolling those strikes. You know, Cotton Eye Joe, I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Still got my wristband on. It's been that long? Damn. You're slacking. Been able to watch. Oh, you've been in quarantine for a couple weeks, huh? So let me find out Slim caught Corona. He's been in quarantine the last couple weeks. That's why he ain't been around. I will infect all of you via YouTube. Not if I don't infect you first. That's the cure. What, lime in the coconut? The cure is to have everybody on planet Earth quarantine for a month. Get a month's supply of food. Everybody quarantine themselves all at the same time. Even if you don't have it. Even if you don't have the coronavirus, everybody on the planet quarantine themselves. That way the virus will die off on all surfaces out in the public. And if you catch it while in quarantine, then you just stay there till it runs its course and it's undetectable anymore. You know, all will be well again. But the governments of the world are too stupid to pull something like that off. Plus, that means you would have to find every homeless person and give them shelter, quarantine for so many weeks. And feed them for those weeks. So you gotta buy them a month's supply of food and put it in a padded room with them. With a bucket to piss in. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be somebody to lean on. I'm just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. No, not really. I haven't tried. Matter of fact, we're going to find out tomorrow because Saturday's my big concert day because I don't have to work. So I'm not rushed in the shower. I take my time. I sing, I sing about 3 or 4 albums, then I get in the shower. We'll find out tomorrow. I already had my coronavirus. I already beat it. It's been gone. I suddenly smell my cherry air freshener from my car. But aren't you in the bathroom? How do you smell it from the car or if you're in the bathroom? I need to get off my ass and start stocking up on food. Yeah, I wanted to. I wanted to stock up on food, but the government screwed me and decided to audit me again 2 years in a row. Isn't that special? They must really love me down at the Internal Revenue Service. Although I don't think they're the ones doing it. That's coming from a higher command. Probably just fucking with me just for the simple fact of the channel I run and the shit I talk about. But what they fail to realize is that holding my money on me is only going to piss me off that much more and make me want to post double the amount of videos and talk about double the amount of conspiracy shit and all that other good stuff. So, if that's what they want, hey, then that's what's going to happen soon. You can tell if you can, but those Michael Jackson notes, LOL. Michael Jackson notes. I don't think I've ever been able to sing a Michael Jackson note. Wait, yeah, I have. Which songs could I sing of his? Well, a few. I could sing a few different ones. I just like singing country. I sing other stuff too, like I'll sing R&B and shit once in a blue moon, but for the most part, I love singing country songs. Older country songs. 90s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, very early. We're talking 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. But then after that, it starts declining from there. Dancing machine. Captain, I ordered my food in pallets and it's in my warehouse. Really? You ordered a whole pallet of food? How'd you do that? Where'd you order that from? I can use a pallet of food. I won't be able to quarantine myself until I get the food. But I can't quarantine myself until the rest of the world quarantines themselves. I think we all should. I think we all should. Yep, they can choose wherever they want to be. If they're in like a building or something, they can only choose one room to be in though. They can't like roam the entire building. One room. For an entire month, like being in a jail cell. Except a little more comfortable because you're allowed to take your comfy beds with you. Shaman Lee? Shaman LOL Shaman Lee? Huh? Shaman. And I feel alright. I say, you make me feel, and I feel alright. Shaman? I don't know. I have no idea. Shamrock Shake? Shamrock Shake? I don't know. I do know coronavirus is alive and well, and it's spreading very, very rapidly here in my area. It's on the move like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker. Shaman. LOL. Planet X. Coronavirus. The chemtrail planes sure as hell ain't worried about the coronavirus, that's for sure. It's business as usual for them. They can't quarantine because if they quarantine, that stops them from chemtrail and therefore stops their armor. Therefore, we bake. I'll tell you what, though. You know what this I was thinking of this today, guys. This whole before coronavirus, what was the big thing with the public that was starting to, people were starting to take notice of it, and people were starting to, raise a lot of serious questions and write their congressmen about it? What event was that? Do y'all know? Anyone want to take a guess? There was a certain, event. Well, not really an event, but a thing, and people were, starting to take notice of it. No, not Ebola. People were starting to take notice of this shit. And people were starting to talk about it. And I heard people out in public actually talking about it. You give up? What do I think about that asteroid Captain Tay's video? I'm not sure what to think about that, bro. That shit blew my fucking mind, so I'm not really sure what to think about that. I don't know if that was a meteorite, asteroid, if that was maybe a meteorite or asteroid that was maybe blown up by a UFO. I'm not sure. Maybe it was UFO related. I have no idea. Captain, your video was amazing. Thank you, Michael. Global warming, guys. Everyone was starting to take notice of it. People were starting to, because of Greta and everything else, it was starting to actually get, news coverage. It really was. They were starting to cover like, oh, global warming this, global warming that, because of global warming, because of global warming. Well, now with coronavirus, I don't see people posting chemtrail videos anymore. I don't see people. People have forgotten all about global warming right now, guys. They have forgotten all about it. Why? Because of this damn virus. It's all over every news station in any city. That's all you see all day long. Coronavirus this, coronavirus that, coronavirus this, coronavirus that. Fucking mamalukes. Global warming is a hoax, but there is global warming we should be watching. All I'm saying is that's what people were talking about. Now everything's coronavirus. Because coronavirus took the attention off everything else. All the other major issues in the world right now, coronavirus took those away. Global cooling. Global warming is a hoax. Weather being made to kill, weather warfare. Oh yeah, for sure. Katrina, brother. Dreamosaurus, Katrina is a man-made storm. That was a man-made hurricane. And I have the proof. I have proof that it was man-made. You know how I know it was man-made? A guy I know came here after Katrina hit from New Orleans. He lived in New Orleans. He had family here. So he came up here to escape the city. So he told me that he was with a large group of people, maybe 100 people or so, maybe a little less. And they tried fleeing the city that day. And they were met by barricades of U.S. military. So United States, either Army, Marines, whatever they were, had barricades up on some of the roads that were exiting out of the city. When these people got to the barricade, the troops simply told them, sorry, you guys can't come this way. You're going to have to turn back around and go back. And the guy said, are you kidding me? There's a fucking hurricane. Our whole city's flooding right now. We got to get out of here. And the troops told him and the people he was with, sorry, but this road's closed and you can't come this way. You have to turn back around. And they wanted them to go back into the city. He said they told them to go to the fucking, They told him to go to the stadium, the football stadium thing. Now, why? Why would they want to stop people from fleeing a flooding city? Why would they turn people back around towards the city? Because they wanted them to perish. They wanted them to perish. It was a population control experiment. And they figured out they can use hurricanes, make hurricanes, and use them to cause damage, destruction, and death. And they brought us a storm last wintertime. A freak blizzard. For 3 days straight. The same storm just kept blowing back over us. It would go from, it started in the south, it would go north, then go back south, then go back north, go back south, and I'm right in the middle. What am I looking at? A bump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. What is it?
Breast cancer.
Doubtful.
No, it's already in my body.
That's right, doubtful. What are you going to do for dinner tonight?
I was making a fish.
Oh, you are?
I thought so.
Alright. That's awesome. What about the DOG? Do I gotta pick up some 7-Eleven cold cuts? Huh?
Maybe.
That's even if they have them. Last couple times they haven't had shit. The shit's pretty good. Did you try it?
What?
The chamomile raspberry?
Not yet.
Did you get yourself one?
Yeah.
Alright. You wanna try mine? I didn't backwash too much. Forgot about that. Forgot I had that.
Cold.
Yeah, it's probably not even gonna get drank now. Let's give it a gander, shall we?
It's slushy.
Good, I like it slushy. Ooh, this is my favorite orange juice slush. I used to make these when I was a kid. We used to have the trays for like popsicles, and I would pour orange juice in the trays and make the orange juice popsicles. They were so good.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, orange juice ice is the best. The hell is that? Is that attached to your phone?
No.
That's not attached to your phone, right?
It's clipped on my phone.
What is it for?
Selfie light.
Selfie light?
Yeah.
Does it really work?
Yeah, when you take a selfie, it lights it up.
Jesus. Jesus, Lord Jesus.
See? Selfie light.
It's a good slushy. Should be more slushiness though. It's actually good cold. I've forgotten how good orange juice was cold. God is jealous, God, he will not be mocked forever. Time is up soon and they will know it. They know it. What about it?
Right here. Hawaiian water. Water from Hawaii.
Oh yeah? Well, I got water from Iceland. Icelandic.
Oh, okay. Get this crap on.
Icelandic water. See where the source is. Imported from Iceland, bottled at source by Iceland Spring. EH. I can't even read this. Man, my eyes vision's going bad.
That's bad on my diabetes. It went quick.
I can't even read this.
My eyes went bad quick.
EHF. Bottled at the source by Iceland Spring EHF.
Did a pretty good job.
Probably
on
just
this sweatshirt.
Icelandic tap water though. Yeah, good job. When you wanted to wear it, you did a good right job and you washed it for me.
I washed
Still
it for you.
stains on it.
I washed it for me.
You didn't wash it because you wanted to wear it.
No.
Dinner feta and cheese.
Ow. My head.
I'm having fish. Any of my stuff in there?
I don't think it's just that sweatshirt. I sprayed down those sweatpants though.
What sweatpants?
Did I bring that bag?
What bag? The 3 bags from the other day?
Yeah.
What sweatpants were in there?
Gray ones with the football thing, whatever.
I don't remember.
Anyways, I sprayed them down like I did with the Jordan shirt. Oh! Oh.
Do they still sell popsicle trays and stuff?
Popsicle trays?
Yeah.
How's a popsicle tray?
Like, it's like an ice cube tray, but it's like the shape of like a popsicle.
I don't think so.
And you like pour orange juice in there and you put it in the freezer. Then you got like an orange juice popsicle. We used to eat them in the summer all the time. My sister used to make them for me. Good stuff, that's her good stuff. Feta cheese. Do you know that there is a God statue at CERN in Europe? No, I didn't know that. But what does God look like? No one's ever seen him. So how do they know it's actually God? God. Okay, turn it down. India, God of destruction. Burp. My corona.
God of destruction. God of destruction. Not good, my friend. You even have a video of a sick dance to their God of destruction? That's crazy. God of destruction.
Of course, I forgot it for one second, but the second thought I was missing. Of course, moving fast now. Ow! Fucking ketchup! No! Oh, fuck my life today. Nothing here. Freaking freezer's jam packed. Fucking freezer's jam packed. I dropped ketchup on my toe back there.
Ketchup on your toe?
Mm-hmm.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What if I ketchup on her toe?
Catch a hole by her toe if she ain't
If she
fucking him
hollers,
go.
let
Nick
him
threw him
go.
out the dough. If she ain't fucking him, Nikki threw her ass out the dough. That's that song with Nikki and what's his name? Akish 619.
Takashi.
Takashi.
Fucking can't stand that little fruit bag.
Excuse me.
It's not our God, it's their beliefs. And their God's just crazy. I agree, Michael. It's not the first or the last. What did Michael say? I believe the world will be fine soon with this disease, God willing. I hope you're right. I hope Trump was right. He said by April it's going to disappear.
What, the world?
No, the virus. It's going to fizzle out and die and just disappear.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah, fizzle out. Well, sure. By that time, it probably would have already infected everybody in the country. What are you looking for?
Potatoes.
What are you looking for?
The open bag of potatoes.
Sure you didn't use them?
No, they're right there. This crap. 2017.
Jeez. Talk about a long time ago. They invent these and they don't sell.
Oh,
There's a cure or new invention of new one and now
babe.
G5 making
The
their
garbage
own
can's
biological
right
flavors.
next to you.
What are you talking about? It was one thing. Look at all the stuff on the table that's yours.
What?
Everything over there.
This ain't all mine.
None of that's mine. My stuff's bam, 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 and bam.
Bam.
This is something we need.
Oh, did you hear that people are stealing them and trying to sell them online or something? And
Oh, I bet.
the mayor's like,
Because they're
you're
making
gonna get caught.
they're making a killing. All right, guys, peace out.